Meghan is mad as Ptak refused to make birthday cake for Archie and prepare special one for Charlotte on May 6. Harry and Meghan's wedding cake baker Ptak on working with royalty, fond food memories and her joyful new cookbook. From a California childhood to her own East London bakery, and even baking Harry and Meghan's cake at Buckingham Palace, Love is a Pink Cake traces Ptak's eclectic life through an exquisite collection of recipes. Ptak's new cookbook, Love is a Pink Cake, draws on treasured memories, weaving together recipes and stories, part manual, part memoir, with people and places forming the connecting thread. Contrary to Meghan Markle's expectations that Claire would go on to make her a grand birthday cake to celebrate Archie's birthday, Claire soon had a much more important plan in mind for her. It is to make a special 3-tier cake for Charlotte and Louis at the coronation ceremony. Since the birthdays of these two young royals are so close to the king's coronation, it is understandable that the party will be held simultaneously on May 6. Like many of us enamored with the world of food, the infatuation started early for Ptak, founder of East London's beloved bakery cafe, Violet. She speaks with hushed reverence of a family friend's wedding she attended as a child, recalling the reaction of the crowd when a crazy cake with bananas appeared. "I was like, oh my god," says Ptak, her honeyed California tones still strong after 17 years in the UK. "I'll never forget that moment. It changed my life." Having written and co-authored several cookbooks to date, including the Violet Bakery Cookbook, 2015, creating Love is a Pink Cake was a very different experience. "I couldn't write the book that I initially got the book deal for because the world was different, on account of the pandemic," Ptak tells Tatler. She had originally planned to dot to and from California, doing multiple shoots to catch all the seasons. "Instead, I was like, okay, well, we've got the England shoot, we've got the California shoot," deciding to split the book up just into 2 parts. And suddenly, it became very personal. It was clear that this is what this book is supposed to be about. She reflects that she's happier with it now than I was when I started. "It's been really, really amazing to understand my upbringing in Northern California, and how it has brought me to where I am today. Although the premise changed, it ended up being perfect." The California section was shot by Maren Caruso, a wonderful photographer and an old friend of Ptak's, while the England portion was captured by Pia Rivarola, 2 photographers whose romantic imagery is a perfect match for the dreamy Violet aesthetic. Pretty pastel-colored buttercreams, fresh fruit and whimsical flowers are Ptak's signatures. "It was really cool working with Pia, because she shoots on film," says Ptak, "so you didn't know what the photo was going to be until way after the shoot was over. You just kind of give in to the process." Within the 2 geographic sections, the recipes are themed by moment or occasion. Ptak explains that she's very particular about what I eat at what time of day, which has come to be her framework when devising recipes, from hearty whole wheat biscuits from the morning's chapter, to apricot, chamomile and honey scones in afternoons, or a decadent mocha buttercream tiramisu cake from Party Party. The book title, Love is a Pink Cake, comes from a collection of Andy Warhol prints that Ptak first encountered as a teenager. Dating back to the early 1950s, their style is markedly different from Warhol's later pop art works, charming line drawings, including a plump-cheeked cherub, paired with witty phrases by his friend, the poet Ralph Thomas Corky Ward. "I wrote the idea down so many years ago when I first discovered the Warhol piece," says Ptak. "Warhol used to illustrate cookbooks. I was like, oh my god, it just all makes sense." She felt that the expression of love by giving a cake perfectly distilled what she was trying to convey. "And I'm so glad because people seem to really like it and it really resonates." Meghan is mad as Ptak refused to make birthday cake for Archie and prepare special one for Charlotte on May 6. Harry and Meghan's wedding cake baker Ptak on working with royalty, fond food memories and her joyful new cookbook. From a California childhood to her own East London bakery, and even baking Harry and Meghan's cake at Buckingham Palace, Love is a Pink Cake traces Ptak's eclectic life through an exquisite collection of recipes. Ptak's new cookbook, Love is a Pink Cake, draws on treasures